Acceptance radiates a higher frequency than shame. Acceptance radiates a frequency that can positively shift the very foundation of how we see ourselves. It's a frequency that is far more powerful than shame. Emotions are often described as frequencies in the context of energy and consciousness. Shame is one of the lowest frequency emotions. It is associated with feelings of worthlessness, despair, self-hate, and disconnection from oneself and the world around them, aka freeze mode. Acceptance, on the other hand, is considered a higher frequency emotion because it brings about openness, balance, confidence, and peace. While shame pulls us into darkness, acceptance shines a light that allows us to move forward with our heads held high. Acceptance is where true transformation begins. But a lot of people do not understand this powerful truth. That keeps them down and bound by shame. They believe that someday they'll fix whatever they are ashamed of, and then they'll finally be free from shame. The problem is that shame comes with self-criticism, self-hate, feelings of helplessness, and a lot of wishful thinking. And it's very rare to make any meaningful lasting change when you are burdened with all of these things. You can't really hate yourself or your situation into changing without actually doing something. And it's a lot harder to try and make a change from a place of hate. I'll give you an example with something very common. Your body. Let's assume that you have some extra weight that you would like to lose, and you're ashamed of your body and hate all that extra weight around it. You can't hate or shame your body into changing on its own. But if you truly accept the fact that you are carrying the extra weight and decide to make a change out of love and respect for your body, it will be a lot easier to get yourself to take the steps that will get you to your desired weight. If you can replace, "I hate this belly fat, why can't I just have a flat tummy?" with, "I am going to give 1 hour of my time to exercising, and I will make time to prep my meals because I deserve my time," it will be a lot easier. This is because your brain will relax since it doesn't sense any danger, and it won't fight back to try and protect you. Shame triggers your brain's defense responses and causes you to give up too easily and fall back to what is safer. Example: deciding to isolate yourself until you are able to lose the weight, and then you pop out and shock everyone. Which rarely works, because if you try and it's hard, your brain will push you to give up and just remain isolated. And 3 years later, you are still dealing with the same problem and feeling the same way or even worse. Accepting that losing weight takes time and deciding to do it from love is the better way to go about it. You must accept yourself and tell yourself and your brain that even if you are mocked for carrying the extra weight, and even if you never get to drop that weight, you'll be fine. That way, your brain will relax and stop programming or pushing you to isolate and feel bad about yourself in a bid to protect you. If you accept yourself, you'll feel safer in your body and you'll go about life normally, and that could be a game changer in your weight loss journey. You could challenge yourself to reach a goal so that you can fit into a dress that you would like to wear to an event. Remember that you have to be okay with the fact that you may not reach that goal. You are not a failure because you didn't. You just have to find another dress and wear it to that place. That's how you remain at peace. It's not that you're not putting in the work or that you're going to stop putting in the work because you've accepted this. It's that you're doing it from a place of peace. You've conditioned your mind to accept that we are okay whether or not this weight goes away. And that will put your brain at ease and allow you to put in the work without any resistance. Here's another example. If you accept that you are a novice, a beginner at something, and that to grow you will have to begin right from the point of being a novice, you will be more at peace, and your brain will relax and stop reminding you not to try something because you are a novice at it to avoid failing or being mocked. If you tell yourself in your brain that it's okay, we are a novice at this, and it's okay if we fail, that will put your brain at ease and allow you to actually try. That is the whole point of acceptance. It is not to accept yourself into doing nothing, but it's to accept yourself into a place of peace that will allow you to actually do something without your brain putting up a fight because it senses danger. Think about this. When a woman says that she doesn't want kids or marriage, most people won't bring that up as something to shame her with, especially in her presence. And even if they do, they won't push it because they see that it doesn't trigger her. She is not in conflict with herself about that issue, so it doesn't trigger her. That's the point of acceptance. This is the place that you should aspire to get to. People will only try to shame you with something that they are so sure will hit you deeply and have a serious effect on you. So you see, you are the one who determines what is shameful to you and what isn't. This doesn't mean that you should pretend that something that clearly matters to you doesn't matter. No. What I mean is that you should acknowledge it as something you need and also reach a level of acceptance that says, although I want, need, or lack this thing, I will not consider myself inadequate to the point of allowing others to see it and use it against me. I refuse to hide away in shame for what I lack, or while I wait to get what I want or need. The truth is, you'll never be enough for everyone. Are you going to cower and hide away in shame every time you feel like you're not enough for a certain person, group, or community? Decide that you're enough for yourself and for whoever is truly meant for you. Then move through life with that confidence, no matter where you find yourself. Most people will fall in line when they see that there is nothing to hold against you. Everyone has insecurities. The difference between you and those who seem like they don't have any insecurities is radical acceptance. They acknowledge what they lack by societal standards or expectations, and they focus on their strengths. They highlight what they have and direct energy toward that. Eventually, people see only what they put forward, which is their strengths. That way, they appear flawless. People will miss what they are not focused on, even if it's right before them. Here's another one. When something happens to you, or when you experience something that you're not so proud of, instead of allowing shame to overtake you and then you say things like, I should have known better, you could say, okay, I messed up, but thanks to whatever happened, I know better now and I'll do better next time. You say it and actually mean it. You put your brain at ease, and then it will not trigger the feeling of shame. Oh no, I messed up again, but it's okay. Lessons repeat themselves until they are fully learned. I'll pay more attention and do my best to make a better decision next time. That's it. This is radical acceptance. You accept what is and then make a change from there, but with peace and love, which is going to bring you better results. Do your best to reject shame. Refuse to be bound by shame. To do that, you have to become the authority in your life. Don't give anything outside of yourself the power to decide what you deserve because of what you have or what you don't have. Don't give anything outside of yourself the power to punish you for what they believe you lack. And don't tell yourself that you have nothing going for you that you can highlight or be proud of, because you do. You have good things about you that you can focus on. And the more you focus on that, you draw people to focus on that as well, and they will see more of the positive things about you. If you think that you don't have anything good going for you, you are alive, you have life, and you have the right to live freely without hiding away in shame. You have the right to live freely without being bound by shame. You have the right to be the authority in your life. That alone is something. So please take this as a very friendly reminder to reject shame. and allow yourself to get to a place of radical acceptance. Acknowledge everything that you'd like to change about yourself, and then work on conditioning your brain to understand and accept that you are okay regardless of everything. Whether a change happens or not, you are fine. You are whole. You are enough. Even though you'd like to make some changes, you are fine and enough, just as you are. And that will give you the peace that will allow you to actually put in the work and make meaningful, lasting change without resistance from your brain. I hope that this has helped you. Please let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this topic. Like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone else who might benefit from it. Until next time, I love you. Bye.